All right, what's up, guys? What's going on? I'm hopping on to record a quick video to give you a training on how to use the cold DM outreach system to create the triple win framework. And we're going to be showing you how to secure not only a venue for us to have access to a scarce resource, things like a penthouse, yacht, or a pool, but we're also going to show you how to secure a list of female friends to bring along with you. All right. So that's why in the very beginning phases, it's really important for us to optimize and improve our Instagram profile, because when we go ahead and send out cold DMs, the first thing that people are going to do is check out our profile. So if we don't come across as somebody that's credible or believable, then it's going to give us a very, very low response rate. People might either think that we're lying, or they may just feel like it's somebody that's trying really hard if it isn't congruent with who they appear to be. So you'll see more around why that matters in a second here after I show you how to do this. So let's get into it. I've got Instagram pulled up here, and let's establish the actual step-by-step process. So first, pick what you want to go ahead and host. I think the easiest things that you can host would be pool parties and boat days, because those are a very searchable, securable resource that you can find access to. However, I will say to you guys that go ahead and steal this framework. Go ahead and make this process your own. You could use this for virtually anything. Those are just a couple of examples that I have, but it can be replicated with, almost anything. So feel free to steal like an artist and create your own triple win framework and event. So here's how we're going to do it. For me, I choose to, let's say, host a pool party. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to secure the venue. So the Francis Charlotte is an apartment complex here that has the most high value rooftop pool in the city. I don't live at this apartment complex. I do not have access to the resource. So here's how we would go about securing it. So we'll pull up the Instagram page here for the resource. Now, you would do the same thing here if you were searching up for somebody that owns a boat, right? Like you would search up the yacht arbor. You would search up the place where boats are being housed or stored, or a restaurant that's on the water, right? Like something related to the resource. Now, what you'll do is you'll go to the tagged section. So what this is going to do is going to give us a list of people that have been located at the place where the resource exists. So in this instance, it's going to be the pool. So if you just scroll down on the tag section on the Instagram profile, what you're going to find is that we need to first secure a guy who we're going to co-host with and collaborate with. So as you can see, there's a guy standing on the deck right here. If I scroll down even further, you'll see that there's, another guy right here. He's actually in the pool. So that indicates that's, probably a pretty good lead. And if I keep going, there's another group of people here. Potentially one of them is a guy. The list just kind of goes on and on. Here's another guy right here. All right. So what we're going to do is just simply go to their profile, and we are going to reach out to them in their direct DMs. Now, I checked on mobile device. I'm actually on my desktop, so it looks a little bit different. On the mobile device, I do have the option to send this person a message. For whatever reason, I don't have that option here on desktop. But basically what we would do is we would reach out to this person and send them this specific message. Now, this messaging is going to also be posted inside the resources tab in the Discord. So cold DM to men. It's, hey man, with the hang loose emoji. Saw you might live at the Francis. I've got about 15 of my very attractive female friends lined up to do a pool party soon. But my other buddy with access to the pool just moved out of there. Know any guys that may share an interest in hosting / collaborating? So what we're doing there is we're giving them a reason why we're reaching out with an excuse, right? Being had a buddy that at one point in time had access. That's no longer the case. You do the same thing if it was a boat. You do the same thing if it was an apartment at the pool complex. And then we're also going to entice them by offering up some value. Hence, the 15 of my closest attractive female friends. So what'll happen here is you send out the message to enough guys, you'll have at least one of them that'll say, yes, I'd be interested in helping with that. Or they'd actually give you a referral to do so. So at that point, we have secured the resource without having access to it to begin with. So that's why you don't need the pool. You don't actually even need the vote. All right. So once we have the resource secured, now what we're going to do is the same thing to build our list of female friends, which we may or may not have. A lot of us don't have it, right? So here's how we go through that process. We're going to use the search tool on Instagram, but this time around, we're not going to be using the location of the resource. We're going to be using our local hotspot. So in my instance, that's going to be Canopy Cocktails. So you go to your local hotspot's Instagram page. What you'll see is it's a pretty straightforward business Instagram profile. However, if you go over to the tag section, it's going to give us a list of all of the women that have recently visited there. And it's very likely that they live in town, and it's very likely that they would be interested in what you're offering. So just to show you a couple of examples, right off the bat, we could invite this girl here. We could invite this girl here. And I actually happen to know both of these people. So that verifies that this process works. I know that she's a local here, lives in town. I know she's a local that lives here in town. And I know that they'd both be interested in an invitation like this. So here's another, person we can invite right here. If I keep scrolling, there's, another person I can invite here and then here. There's another, group right here and here. So as you can see, like really the numbers are quite immense. Like there's just a very endless amount of people that we could reach out to with this method. It just goes on and on. So what we would do is we would send a copy paste Instagram DM. So we'll go to their profile here. We will open up the tab that allows us to send them a direct message. And I think I already have this one pre-prepared. So go to the send message tab, and it's going to sound something along the lines of, hey, Juliet. Let me pull up the script here. So it's going to be, hey, Juliet, I'm hosting a pool party at the Francis Rooftop Pool to kick off summer soon. In the early phases of putting a crew together for it, reaching out to see if you and a friend or two may be interested in attending. If so, just let me know with the cheers emoji. All right, so we would just send that copy paste text message, and we'd probably want to put their name in there so that it looks personal. And we would build up our list, and that's how we would set up an entire pool party using a venue we don't have access to, with a friend that we didn't have before, and with female friends that we've never met. So I hope that you guys can see the power in doing this. I hope that you can see how this can become extremely helpful. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me inside the Discord, and I will talk to you guys later.